Well, hello, my lovelies. It's Murky Meg here. Well, hello. It is Thursday, the 30th of November. I nearly said the 13th then. Why am I having such trouble looking at my screen, seeing the date, and then giving a totally random date? I think I need to lie down. Firstly, I'm going to start this video by saying thank you to all the new subscribers on my channel. It's gone a bit bonkers. It really has. So thank you to each and every one of you who have subscribed. And thank you to each and every one of you who have viewed. It's gone a little bit mental. And I do truly mean this from the bottom of my heart, that every single view and every single sub to my channel, it just melts my heart. It really does. However, if you haven't seen my previous two videos, that was yesterday's and the day before, you might want to watch them before watching this one. I've popped a link up in the right hand corner which will take you to a playlist that is titled Endgame Book, and it will have all my videos that I have done with regards to Omid Scobie and this book. Unless you've been living under a rock, you might not know what's happened with the royal family, or if you've been watching my videos, you might just. However, if you haven't viewed them, have a look at my previous two videos and that will fill you completely in. However, new developments this morning, and I have to say, things are changing quite rapidly. Can you remember in my previous videos and Omid said, it's a translation error. No, it's a translation error. I did not write those words. However, yesterday, his publisher issued the following statement. The rectified edition of, I can't pronounce that Dutch word, I'm so sorry, but Dutch, Endgame in Dutch, by Omid Scobie will be in bookstores on Friday the 8th of December. Zander Uitgevers temporarily removed the book from sale due to an error that occurred in the Dutch edition. So it's now gone from a translation error, which we all knew it wasn't, to an error. The Sun have also reported yesterday, late last night, that a source close to the Dutch publisher said the translation of the manuscript they were given was correct, and that they added is very much the feeling that the error has not occurred in Holland. So that is the Dutch publisher of Endgame saying, hey mate, this isn't our fault. So that's the Dutch publisher backing away, saying, whoa, ain't got anything to do with us, bro. But interestingly, the Sun also reports that they believe Meghan leaked these names to Omid Scobie. This is what they say. The Duchess of Sussex leaked the identities of two race royals in an act of revenge, it was claimed tonight. The pair, named in Omid Scobie's book, were accused by Meghan in a letter to King Charles of commenting on her baby Archie's skin colour. But they report that note is said to be locked away. A senior palace source said it's vanishingly unlikely the names came from here. Another royal insider told The Sun that letter is under lock and key, and no one from within the king's circle would have briefed anyone about its contents. In all likelihood, it must have been the Sussex camp which leaked the names. They continue that it's a nasty and deliberate attack. Experts have said that the Sussexes acted out of spite for the way that they feel that they have been treated. Royal author Robert Johnson said that some say revenge is a dish best served cold, and this one appears to have been served up on ice by the Sussexes. At some stage, this sort of behaviour by the Sussexes has to stop, because in the long term it's damaging the monarchy and certainly not helping their cause either. Now, I have to state that neither Omid nor Harry and Meghan have confirmed that they colluded together in writing this book, but the palace have basically said that letter was not leaked on our end. So really, there are only two people involved. Incidentally, Omid Scobie is on This Morning. Now, for those that don't live in the UK, This Morning is I say popular, I don't watch it, and it's gone downhill lately, is a popular morning television show on a prominent channel here in the UK. And apparently he's just sat on the sofa and said that the two names listed as the racist, included in the Dutch version of his book, have been known to the public for a long time. Is that so, Omid Scobie? Because I didn't know. And can anybody listening? Did you know? Really? Genuine question. Did you know that the two members that I mentioned in my previous two videos were the ones that Meghan Markle accused of being racist? Because I didn't. It's a genuine question. Did you know? Rebecca English posted this morning that Buckingham Palace is considering all options over the royal race row stoked by Omid Scobie, ill-reviewed book on the monarchy, I'm told. Let's face it, I don't think anything will happen because we've been here before, haven't we? Granted, it's capturing headlines, but we've been here before, time and time again, and yet still nothing happens. Rebecca English continues on X. This will include, I'm sure, the various legal options open to them, although suing is frankly unlikely, as well as issuing a statement, rather like Queen Elizabeth did in the wake of Oprah, when she so memorably said, recollections may vary. A source tells me the palace is considering all options open to them. However, the key thing for them is His Majesty's responding in the most eloquent way possible by getting on with business and not letting it distract from a vastly more important issue regarding the future on the planet and bilaterals with other world leaders, including those impacted by the situation in the Middle East. Incidentally, currently the King is in Dubai to meet world leaders at the COP28 Environment Conference. And as of now, he sat on this morning's sofa absolutely saying that he's an innocent party. I've never submitted a book that had those names in it. And he says that he's frustrated as everybody else. Yeah, not so frustrated as the two people you named, Omid. Or allegedly named, because you didn't write them, did you? You didn't put them in your manuscript. So how did they get there? That's what everybody wants to know. And the general consensus in the publishing world and the journalistic world says that there's no way that's possible. Yesterday, Piers Morgan went on his Talk TV, Piers Morgan Uncensored, and said enough, nobody's mentioning these names. These are the names. And he said them. And he's getting slack for that. That the palace are dismayed that their names have been put on national telly. Well, do you know what? Blame the person that did it. It's not Piers Morgan's fault that everybody knows the names and are not reporting it on media channels, and he was the first one to do it. The dismay should be directed at the author. He can say till he's blue in the face that, I didn't put it in the manuscript. Then how did it get there? Even Tom Bower also said he was on Piers Morgan Uncensored yesterday. It just doesn't happen. Editors, translators don't just add texts. They don't just add random things. This text that was in the Dutch edition was not in any other edition. Why all of a sudden has a paragraph, a completely not included paragraph in any other edition, been included in the Dutch version? And that particular paragraph names the royals. The Dutch publisher has said, this is not our fault. So who is to blame? Omid also said on this morning that he's not Meghan's friend. He's certainly their mouthpiece though, isn't he? He was on this morning and he denied 2 royal races being named in the Dutch edition of his book was a stunt and did not apologise for the scandal. He's not taking responsibility at all for his own book. I think that generally is what people are so astounded by, that his lack of any remorse or genuine accountability. No, not my fault. No, not my fault. No, I ain't got anything to do with this. It's your book, mate. It's your book. He sat on the sofa and said, I'm not her friend. I've never sat down with Meghan or shared information with her. And get this, he sat there and said that Endgame had been unfairly criticised. He added, I knew this book would be controversial, whether it's about race or the palace relationships with the press. I never expected it to be presented fairly. No, because it's full of lies, you dingbat. Now, this morning is known for not really grilling their guests. It's a bit woolly on that one. So I didn't expect a grilling at all. But he was asked if it was a stunt. And he said, I wish it was the case. I wrote and edited the English version of the book with one publisher. Then that gets licensed to other publishers. I'm as frustrated as everybody else. Well, mate, the Dutch publisher has already said, this isn't our error. So whose error is it? Oh, he also grumbled that a lot of this has been about me. There's been an unfair attacks on me, and he said that he believes that he's a victim of a character assassination. Oh really, Omid? Oh really? Shall we talk about character assassination? Shall we? Shall we? Shall we? Because that's exactly what you have done. It's exactly what you did in Finding Freedom. It's exactly what you've done in Endgame. Irrelevant of whether you say, it didn't do it, I didn't do it, I didn't do it. You can proclaim your innocence all you like. Those names are in your book. Take it up with the publishers, sue them. Go on, sue the publishers. Let's see what happens. Because ultimately, it's your book. And the buck stops with you, Sunshine, because it's your name on the book. Now, he may not be friends with Meghan. We don't know. He may be telling the truth on that one. But he has admitted that they share mutual friends. And those mutual friends have spoken to him. And you really going to tell us that Harry and Meghan, or Harry, but predominantly Meghan, didn't give those friends the nod to speak to you? Because that's not possible. No, she would have given permission. In my honest opinion, she would have given permission to those friends to talk to Scobie. There's no way, there's no way that those two names could have come from Buckingham Palace. Absolutely no way. So it's had to have come from the Sussex camp. And that is why it's Meghan's revenge. She's so hell-bent on destroying the monarchy that I believe that those names were fed via the Sussex camp of sorts. Whether it be directly from Meghan or from Meghan's friends, it's still the Sussex camp. And she's so hell-bent on destroying what she couldn't achieve that she's willing to take the whole lot of them down. And I think that's rather petty, don't you? So, what do you all think? Do you believe Omid Scobie when he says, I didn't do it, I didn't do it, I didn't put the names in the book? How did the names get there, Scobie? Because the Dutch publisher has come out and said, it's not our problem, mate, we didn't do anything wrong. So whose fault is it, do you think? And much like the Sun's front page this morning, do you think this is Meghan's revenge? As always, I would love to know your thoughts. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the notification bell, and also that like button. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of my followers for all the tips and all the emails, DMs that everybody sends to me. It really is greatly appreciated. So thank you very much for watching once again.